Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm really excited to be here with you guys. My name is April for those of you who are new here, and please remember to like and subscribe if you do in fact like my content and wouldn't mind seeing me again. The topic of the day is Pan Those Eyeshadows Project Pan. This is my 6th update for the year, I think, or for me for the whole project. I think I actually started this in January. I do have some shadows leaving this month, plural. Did you notice the plural? But my goal is 2, and that's harder than I thought it would be. 2 shadows every month is pretty hard. My criteria for rolling out is either 20 uses, hit pan, or declutter. So far in the project, I have rolled out only 4 that had 20 uses, 0 hit pans, and 2 declutters. I haven't been hitting a lot of pans, to be honest. The majority of my shadows are like barely used. Most of my favorite shadows are relatively hard pressed and in larger pans. So I am going to switch up the project just a little bit this month, just a hair. I spent last month kind of debating between the ways that I wanted to switch it up. So first off, I could pretty easily up my usage goals to 30, but guys, I really did not want to do that. Like, by the time I'm at 20 for the majority of these, sometimes after like 10, I am just done. Like, I'm ready to just kind of put it back in the collection. So I'm over them at 20 uses. And I'm ready to give them a rest for a bit. So what I decided to do was to add a 6th shadow in. And those of you guys who have watched regularly know that my shadows are pulled in by purchase year. So I have a 2016, a 2017, a 2018, a 2019, and a 5th shadow is 2020 or 2021. And now I'm going to have a 6th shadow. That's pulled in from the shadows that I have previously hit goal on and rolled out to give a rest. Okay. If it doesn't make sense, I guess it really doesn't matter. My thought is that they will probably have had a good enough chance to rest, and then I can either randomly generate or just pick one of those shadows out, and hopefully the majority of them can hit pan way before 20 uses. A lot of them, I feel like probably 10 would do it. So maybe that's a little more confusing, but I'm going to try that for a couple months and see how it goes. All right, let's talk about the eyeshadows. Butter London Queen. This has been in for so long. I can't remember which month. If I find it, I will flash it up here on the screen because this has just been in for so long. So last month I had 14 uses on this shadow. And now I finally get to roll it out. I actually ended up with 21 uses. I had an extra one. I was traveling, and this was the one to use. The formulation of the shadow was a joy to work with. I really did enjoy it. My favorite way was just kind of a one shadow look with this, or maybe just slightly deepen up the outer third, but I enjoyed it. Another one that it will be rolling out with no pan, though. The next shadow up is Natasha Denona. This is coming in, and this is going to be like my next focus. It is a lovely brown green duochrome, and last month I said I really like this shade, and this month I'm going to say that I'm bored with this shade. I don't even know why, but I'm just really over it. I managed to use it 3 more times, and I am now at 11. Actually, I used it again today, so I'm at 12. And unfortunately, I'm going to have to use this 8 more times if I want a shadow to roll out next month. So I'm just really tired of this one. I don't know why. It seems like just a very specific shadow or something. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, my favorite way to actually use this one is as a liner, but I don't do that very often, so yeah. Okay, Charlotte Tilbury. This is the smoke shade from the Desert Haze palette. It's this guy here, and I have 6 uses. No, I have 5 more uses on this shade. I am up to 10 uses, and I'm just not loving it. So last month I was kind of talking about I thought maybe I wasn't liking the formula, but now I'm not so sure that it's the formula. I think it might be the color. I hate this color. You know, sometimes there are just shadows and colors that don't look good on you, and for me it's these muddy, dirty clay colors. I do have colors like that are quite similar to this that work very well for me, but they tend to be a little more clear and bright and lean a little more on the orange or red. This one has too much brown in it and it just looks dirty on me. I don't feel like it flatters me at all. So, and it isn't just this one shade in the palette. I've been playing with the whole palette and I think I'm going to have to declutter it and just go ahead and pass it along maybe while it's still new. I did just get it this year. The whole color scheme is just a bit off for me. So yeah, I'm going to just have to pass it along. My biggest regret is that I waited 10 whole uses trying to make it work, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna be able to do it. Lastly, I have this Tart the Douce by, no, not Tart. Tart is the name of the shadow. This is the Douce by Juvias Place. It's this guy here. This shadow is really good. It's like a pinkish or purple sheen over a translucent base. It's really pretty. This is an amazing formula. I enjoy the shadow. I was at 5 uses last month and I did only remember to use it 2 more times. Oops. But I do enjoy it. So 13 more uses. Last month I brought in the Lorac Lt Light Brown. This shadow's okay. I used it 3 more times, actually 4 more times because I used it again yesterday. I didn't mark it yet. It's super easy to use. It's kind of boring, but you know, my favorite thing about having this palette sitting out in this project, it's right within my reach, and I really enjoy these shimmers. I love the shimmers in this palette. They're just really pretty. They're very flattering on my skin tone, especially these guys right here. So I'm enjoying that. I'll suffer through this shadow just so I can play with those. Okay, so I wanted to draw in the shadow from 2019 for the Butter London Queen shadow, and then I need to draw in a shadow from 2021 for the Charlotte Tilbury shadow, and also I need to draw in a shadow from the shadows that I have previously met goals on. So those shadows are the Juvias Place Custard, Ofra Rodeo Drive, Smashbox Wheat, Butter London ABH Queen, which I'm just rolling out. I also had hit goal on ABH Blushing, but that shadow is not with me anymore after falling off of the vanity and shattering dramatically in the floor, everywhere, in the carpet, and well, on a rug. So we're going to pick from the 4 I just named. I was going to random number generate, but as I thought about it, I think I just want to pick the oldest. So every time, whatever the oldest shadow is, I'll pick that one because I just want to work through these. And in this case, that is going to be Smashbox Wheat, which is the second shadow here. I really want to see some pan on some of these older palettes because they're probably going to get decluttered soon. Not a very exciting shade combo here, but it's actually going to be really easy to use. I think these will be nice in the summer. I mixed these 2 together to make like a nice just base shade for me. So yeah, that'll be nice. All right, let's random number generate for the others. Spoiler alert, well, not spoiler alert, but I have already pre-selected. So from the 2019, I rolled number 9, which is my Tati Beauty palette. Yay, I was really excited about this. I've seen a few people working on this palette recently, and it just made me miss it. I've always enjoyed this palette. And the timing, the timing with Tati's recent return to YouTube. What a coinky dink. What a coinky dink. All right, so the shade I picked, however, was number 19. Not very fun. I watch at least a couple of people who do this project and they just don't even do black. So if they roll in blacks, they're like, no, something else. Part of me wants to go ahead and veto and do that as well, but I'm going to go ahead with it. I will see what happens. If nothing else, I will be doing a lot of liner, I suppose. I've never actually, I don't know that I've ever kind of worked on a black in a project like this. So this will be my first experience, and if it doesn't work for me, then maybe I can make that rule in the future. Okay, the next shadow roll in was 2020 or 2021. I chose palette number 8, which is my Natasha Denona Bronze, which is great for summer, so that's really cool. The shade is number 13, which is this guy here. This is Bliss. Very pretty shade. I think this could be a really lovely like topper. It seems to have a shift to it. It's like an orangey pinkish shift. So that's very pretty. It is gorgeous. And that's very exciting. So I'm enjoying that shade. All right, let's swatch out this palette so you guys can look at it.
Right, so let's swatch out this new palette. And I'm going to start with Pinija from Natasha Denona. Then we're going to move on to Tart. Two nice pretty duochromes there. That one has a very purple pink shift to it. Then oh, that's where my watch was. I was like, what is that? Okay. This is Tati Memory. Wow. That is such... Look how pigmented that is. Oh, this palette. And I have Bliss from Natasha Denona. I usually don't swatch with my thumb, but I'm trying to hurry. Oh, and I did that completely off camera. I'm sorry. Beautiful though. Peach with a greenish gold shift. Lastly, we're going to do this 6th shade, which I am almost pan on. This is really difficult to see. Okay. It's interesting how different the palettes really look. The color selections really look from time to time.
Alright guys, that's my update. Thank you all for stopping by, and I really enjoyed filling you in on the project and showing you my new palette, my new color story. So please feel free to stop and say hi in the comments, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye!